history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift, and that's why we call it the present. And for the Greek Freaks, in a historical season with a mysterious game coming up against the Detroit Pistons, they are hoping to clinch their playoff ticket tonight with their second win of the season. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the mezzanine of the Sun Devil Fitness Complex in downtown Phoenix. I'm Mahir Hassan, and I thank you for tuning in on this Tuesday night for what should be a really interesting game ahead as the Greek Freaks take on the Pistons, who lost 74-33 last week, and the Greek Freaks coming off one of their largest wins in franchise history, beating the Flint Tropics 57-35. Taking a look at the lineup, taking a look at the injuries for this game. We've got an interesting mashup. We had two questionables. One of them is out, one of them is in. We'll start with the one that is out, and that is Kavish Siddhartha, who was playing the head coach role, out with an ankle injury during that game, continues to be out with an ankle injury for this game. And the other interesting player that is in for today's game, Luke Foster. He was supposed to go to work today, and now he's starting. He said, quote, "I will do anything for the Freaks." And the season one captain wants to show out on a big Tuesday night. I'll take a quick break, and I'll be back for more from downtown Phoenix right after this. Stay tuned, folks. You're watching Greek Freak Basketball on my YouTube page. 8 minutes after the top of the hour in downtown Phoenix, where we are getting set to tip off this game between the Greek Freaks and the Detroit Pistons. I'm Mahir Hassan. Thanks for tuning in. And now let's take a look at the starting lineups. And we'll take a look at the Greek Freaks first, of course. It's Tom Penn, Jacob Midkoff, Abe Mogelson, Jason Wright, and Henry Smarter. The only change being Tom starting in the lineup instead of Jack McCarthy, who got that spot last week. Tom dropping 20 points off the bench, going 4 for 9 from behind the arc. He'll be in the center circle going up against number 12, joining him on the court, 11 being the captain Kyle Wojciech, alongside 10, 24, and 13. Clapping up, going up in the circle. It's Tuesday night at the STFC. Only one thing to do. It's time to get freaky. Greek Freaks win the tip. They're in the maroon pennies, going from right to left. On the other side, Detroit Pistons going from left to right in the gold. Kine will control here at the semicircle. Tom said earlier, the biggest thing in this game is to try to attack early. 10 gets his own rebound. 24 can't pass to 13. Jacob sprints to the backcourt, lays it up and in. First 2 points of the day to the Greek Freaks. We had a close game earlier today on this court, just right before this game. Went down to the wire. It was a one-pointer at one point before we had a definitive winner. Nifty pass. 3 tipped off the backboard, bouncing around, moonball to 10, and he sinks the 2. At times in the last game against the Flint Tropics, Greek Freaks face some trouble as Jacob goes to the rack and puts it in. First 4 points of the day for the Greek Freaks, that is, in his name. Jacob coming off a 14-point day. He was leading the charge in the first half last week as well as 13 loses it on the far line. Tom Penn and crew again. Tom Penn, the Steelers fan. Greek Freaks coming for a different type of steal today. Jacob from the elbow. Down to 10. Out to 12. 12 again, blocked by 8. Back to 12, double teamed to 13. Lost it. This time it will be deflected. Back to 12, 18 minutes left in this first half. Again, 2 20-minute halves rather than quarters as we saw last year. Falls back to 24. Tom can grab the steal. 13 controls. 13 again. Driving down the lane, skipping up. Knocked around by the defense again. Andrew Durst was talking about the defense on Coach's Corner as Tom, right wing three. Hot diddly doodle. First triple of the day for the Pennsylvania man. board. He walked. Got a little too shifty there. We're trying to get freaky, not shifty. Jacob, up and in. Not the lucky roll to go too. 9-4 in favor of the Greek Freaks, currently on a 7-0 run. It's 10, to the paint, harassed, picks it up. 13, wriggles out 10 with the rebound, and Henry grabs the defender. Greek Freaks in the history, mind you, as Abe leans into the three, a little too much power. 10 has been on many boards throughout this game just to start off this matchup. Again, if the Greek Freaks win this, they're on to the playoffs for the second time in franchise history. First time they would do so in terms of winning all of their games, or winning the games that they won. I say that because last year, winter of 2023, they made the playoffs 1-1-1, but in the process, the one win came via forfeit. Right wing three, too much sauce from 24. Henry looks to drive the other way. Euro step, and he got it. He got the foul, did not get the bucket. And Henry Smarto goes to the line to shoot two. 15-36, Greek Freaks lead 9-2. Henry Smarto with 11 points, 11 rebounds. A very common stat for the Grand Junction, Colorado man, as he'll make this one up and good. 1 for 6 on free throws last week. That's 17%. Struggled from the line last year too, rattling around 40 or 50 if I'm not mistaken. 2 for 2 to start this one. It's Kyan. 13, fed into 10. He's the one wriggling around, triple teamed, rolling around. What can he do? Just heaves it up and over the backboard. A good trap house defense from the Greek Freaks. Surrounding him up like the Bermuda Triangle. You don't want to be caught up in those waters. Same goes for them. Tom's three, over the rim, over the backboard. This team's known for rattling off points. Has scored as many, if I'm not mistaken, in that last game against Season 1 was around 30 or so. It's Kyan on Jacob. 12, way downtown. Off the back iron, batted around to Kyan down low, and he snuffs it away. Jacob to Jason, battling around. Kicked out to Abe. Abe Mogelson rattles to the rack. That was a make he should have made. (13) Working around. Jason, pulling end line, stays end lined. 10 rolls around to Kyan again. Towards the top, left wing for 24. Henry, little collision with Tom. Does he keep it in bounds? No. Or sorry, he does not. Miscommunication there, as we'll see Phineas Hogan come to the game. Big P's got his girlfriend Amelia in attendance today. She's doing a project in her videography class pertaining to this side. Kyan wide open three, missed again. No triples have fallen as Jacob and Finn mishandle the ball. Second straight mishandle. Another change coming in. Jack McCarthy in for Tom Penn. Little mishandle, little turnover. Those things add up. Greek Freaks forced 18 of those last week. If I'm not mistaken, that's got to be the most in Greek Freak history. Abe, Jack, Jacob, 3, bingo! Passing the biscuit around like clockwork on this Tuesday night. And again, out left wing for 10, grappled for a while, lofts it into the gullet. Jacob the other way to Jack. Wide open, why not? Couldn't get it to fall. Jack McCarthy, the three-point man in Season 1, Season 2. He's kind of taken a backseat with Tom Penn rolling in, starting off in Season 3. But he does have a good stroke from distance. 12. He does not. 10 with another board. At this point, he's probably going to rack up double digits immediately. 3 with the board this time. And Kine can't get it. Too high for the man that's around 6'2". Whatever Jaden Taylor's height is, subtract maybe 1 or 2 inches. I know that via Instagram. Thanks, Instagram. Abe, 3. Rolled out. Henry rolling for the rebound. And he did take the last touch. Or rather, he did not take the last touch. 13 was the one fighting for it. Abe with the inbound pass. Working on to Jack. Batted to Jacob. Top of the key. Swish! 17-6. Greek Freaks lead. 10:45 left in the first. Kine again, working on it. Jacob. Out to 12. And he gets his first triple. First triple of the day for the Detroit Pistons in general. This would be the Detroit Pistons without Cade Cunningham. Don't worry, they probably need Cade Cunningham when you're playing the Greek Freaks. Jack's 3, off the window and in. Beale Street barbecue at its finest. $13, back to 11, that's Kyan. He gets another. 2 consecutive triples for the Detroit Pistons. Why not have Cade Cunningham on your team at that point? Now, not really Cade Cunningham, but still. Henry battling, strapped by 10 and 3 with the knee on the ground, gets it back. Jump ball called. Greek Freaks will succumb it. 9:30 left. Greek Freaks up 20-12. Close game nonetheless. Listed as the guest today, the road team, if you will. 12 left wing. To Kine again. 12, he's got 1 triple today. Almost had a second. Batted around. Good jump pass by Jack towards Tom. The 2 PGs on the floor. Keeping it real. Pops it up again. Detroit Pistons going on a little bit of a run as 13 pops and air balls. 12 looking to save, bats it off of Abe, and he bats it towards the sideline. It's a smart play from the Minnesota man. It'll be an inbound pass, but we'll be at a tighter angle. 24 back on the court. Finn back on the bench for the Greek Freaks. Jason Wright returns. 12. Short again, gets his own rebound, swiveling through. Gets another chance. That is well short. Caught by Henry Smarto like a wide receiver in the end zone, double teamed, and he'll nestle like that easily. Eight minutes left in this first half, 12 minutes elapsed. Jack, QB to receiver, and the receiver puts it down the gullet. Jason Wright with his first 2 points of the day. A much needed momentum shifter for the Greek Freaks. Another no-look pass from 13. Here's 10. 12. Strong defense. This one goes to the backcourt. Tom was going for it, couldn't get it. Either way, backcourt violation. And how about this? Declan Membrilla is now in the game. A nursing major from Mesa, Arizona, getting his first few minutes in this season 4. Jason down low. Wraparound foul called on 24. Not too many fouls called today. This one will be on the floor. Jason looking for options. He's found Jack. Right lane, now backs it out to the wing. Henry. Just standing up, just heaving it up. No good. Smart tracking by Declan. And the sexy Dexy gets his first 2. You have been just struck with the Membrilla virus. And here comes Tom again. Dottie to Jack off of 12's foot. Stays on this side of the court. 6-13. Greek Freaks up by 12. They were up by 13 at the half. Deflected around. Back to Jack. It's Tom. He'll pop. He misses. 13 rolling down the right lane. He continues his traverse. He missed. Right there for the taking. Couldn't pip it at the right moment. Good sling by Henry to Jack. Back to Henry. Grabbing the boards, working the paint. And he'll head to the line, presumably. 2 shots coming up for the big man. Henry Smarto from Grand Junction, Colorado. A big Nuggets fan. They've been picking up some very important victories as of late. Beating the Boston Celtics on the road, handing them their first home loss of the season, then beating the Milwaukee Bucks earlier this week. Twelve and 13 rolling the backcourt. Jack on the fringes. Tom in the backcourt for GF. 2 misses for Henry Smarto as Ryan goes down with an injury. Not something you want to see there, holding the right part of his face. 4:51, play clock stopped. The Chicago man who is down. And he'll need some treatment after this. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be back for more right after this from the STFC. So Kyan's off to the bench to get some treatment. Keep in mind there are no reserves for the Detroit Pistons. So if they lose one more, they have to play 4. You can't play with 4 players as 13 misses short again. A few drives to the rack and the Greek Freaks are letting him take his chances. Jack well in the court. The referee's got to get out of the way. Jack pips it up. 24 can't intercept and actually gives the ball to the Greek Freaks. Interesting move there on the far side as the Freakies look to extend their lead. Tom takes it up. It's a 12-on-12. Top of the key. Henry down low. Right lane. Swivels up. Gets it a go and 1. Blocking fouls galore. Swiveling galore. Points galore for Henry Smarto. And Tom Penn will make sure that I have to credit his pass. He will get his pass credited. I got you, Tom. Henry sinks that one. It's 27, 24, 22. No, not even. Sorry. 27-12 in favor of the Greek Freaks. 3:35. We'll redo the inbounds. And Finn Hogan with what looks like, I mean, based off the colors, it could be Irish or Indian. Because it's in that order, it's Indian, as 10 sinks that. It's orange, white, and green. That is the Indian flag, Finn. I know your name is Phineas, but you're repping the wrong country that starts with I. Tom, way downtown. Can't sink it. 10 with, once again, another board. 13 on Finn. 13 rolling down the lane. 13 shooting up. Again missing. His shooting abilities have been subpar at best. 10 to the floor, and the bodies go flying once more. A little limerick. That is Irish. That is more Irish than Finn's headband right now. Referee talking it over. Fives on the court, 24 to take the inbound. Out to 3. 24, lets it fly, misses. Finn with the rebound. Greek Freaks were up by a good chunk. They play defense again and try to wheel that lead. Jacob, left wing. Got it! Jacob Midkoff is back in action. Under 2 to go. Greek Freaks have reached 30. If it is right now, that's the most they've scored in a half. If I'm not mistaken, I might have to look through the records on that one. But nonetheless, the historical season continues. A Mogelson shifty, can't get it to go. That would have been the highlight of the year, let alone highlight of the season. Good old Abraham. Not the Abraham that Miles talks about. That's a different Abraham. That's a historical Abraham. Abraham Mogelson. This is the first one. 105, clock continues to tick. Luke Foster gets his first app of the day. Let's see if that bribe towards the coworkers pays off. 1 for 2 for Abe. He's shaking his head. He wanted another one. That's what you call excellence right there. No mistakes. It's 12. 40 seconds to go. 24. Rolling around. Guarded by Jacob. 3 towards 12 again. You can hold to the last shot. 12 won't listen. He'll let it fly off back iron. Jason will hold. Let's see if the Greek Freaks do the same thing. 25 seconds left. Tom. Abe. Good find. Good finish. 17 seconds. The Detroit Pistons have an answer. 13, caught in a trance. Jump ball, Greek Freaks. Or, well, the official near side that you see called a jump ball. The official far side called in favor of the Detroit Pistons. Nonetheless, that's the end of the first half here from the downtown Phoenix Sun Devil Fitness Complex. The Greek Freaks up 33-14 against the Detroit Pistons. Head coach Andrew Durst told me on Coach's Corner he's hoping that he can manage minutes the same way Kavish did last week against the Flint Tropics. That is, everybody gets on the floor for at least 8 minutes. With the team nearing a 20-point lead, will that happen in the second half as the team finds themselves on the doorstep to a playoff ticket, or will they keep it the same? I'll take a quick break, and I'll be back for more right after this on my YouTube page. Second half, getting ready to set sail here from the downtown Phoenix Sun Devil Fitness Complex. It's the Greek Freaks 33 and the Detroit Pistons 14. Back underway, I'm Pearson Hassan. Thanks for tuning in on this Tuesday night. It's the same 5 that start off the game, starting with Abe Mogelson, who bags this 2. Also joining them, Jason Wright, Jacob Midkoff, Henry Smarto, and Tom Peck. On the bench, Jack McCarthy alongside Luke Foster, Declan Membrilla, and Eric Matsumoto. 24, long 3, well short. Let's see if Abe can get something going. Tom can't get it to go. Jason with a good rebound. That's what got him his flowers last week with Kavish out, and he once again starts in that big, or rather small forward role. From far out, slung to 13, bounce pass to 10. Backed on by Jason. Slithers around, 24 from the top. Bounce off the backboard, rebound by 3, and he answers. Teams trade twos to start off the second half as we're 75 seconds in. Jacob, three. This guy's on fire right now. It's like Jock Peterson, former Giant, current Arizona Diamondback. Get the ball in his hands, and he's sending it far. 10, left elbow. Got it. He's found a way to silence this crowd in ways. And a crowd that was filled with a few people last year's come few and far by. Again, a lot of players nonetheless, having a lot of fun as well. Jacob gets it right back to Henry. Up, rebound back to him. Up, no good. Third time the charm. We'll go to the foul line for it. Guy trying to be like Brian Celebunge. Just offensive rebound your way to a double-double at this point. 17:43 left in the second half. Detroit Pistons, if they lose this, they're out. Greek Freaks, if they win this, they're in. Again, there will be a third game right after this next week. Once again, Sun Devil Fitness Complex on Tuesday nights. It's the place to be. Then maybe the playoffs will be in Tempe. I know it's been in Tempe in seasons past. Sometimes they've done the tournament here in downtown. There is a big group of people for the Wednesday League, as this one's missed from the left wing. A lot of teams in that, a lot of media personnel actually. I'm really proud of the guys I'm seeing put up a lot of stuff. Sam Polgren being one of them, Royce Dixon Child, already see doing a great job with his video too. He does a lot of stuff for Arizona State's D2 club hockey. Shout out to them. Really showing out the club basketball scene. And Abe Mogelson has started to heat up his fire in the second half. Tom to Jacob. Just bullying down Jacob to the rack. That foul will be on the floor. 16-28. Abe with a rebound. I think there might be. No, there's 5 players. Jason up and in. The Detroit Pistons were a man down during that possession. Number 12, who's holding the ball there, was talking to the bench and missed out on the sequence. He answers with a brick. Abe, quarterbacked. That almost went in. Abe backhand, no. Oh, man. Went from an almost SportsCenter top 10 to a SportsCenter not top 10. Please see a play like that again. That would be insane. Fun fact, I'll tell you this. My high school, St. Xavier High School in Cincinnati, Ohio, they actually made the SportsCenter top 10 a few weeks ago because one of their basketball players, Gordy Salstead, shout out to him, he actually made a shot from the right wing and barely even looked at the bucket on that. One of the best buckets, one of the most perplexing buckets I've ever seen. Shout out to Matthew Gressel, who was filming that. Shout out to Alex Tanisic, who was on the call for that game. Shout out to all the guys really at St. X. Here's Jacob, pump fake, triple, no. Called it too much. Henry, good board. Henry spinning around, reverse, no good. Take 2, got it, and 1. Henry Smarto, or Baby Jokic as we like to call him, being a menace in the paint. Nothing the Detroit Pistons can do to stop him. And their captain, Kyle Wojciech, who started this game, went out with an injury at 4:51 in the first half, continues to be on the bench. Missed there by Smarto. 10 going the other way. He's the best player on the court for the Detroit Pistons without a fact. Without a doubt, I should say. Trip to the line to shoot 2 for him. Free throw shooting was a little bit interesting against the Flint Tropics last week in terms of the opposition. In total, they went 5 for 9 from the line. there. 5 for 9 from the line, so over the 50% mark, about 55% if you do the math. Greek Freaks, 40% last week. Abe's off along with Henry. Declan is back in along with Finn, the two Philadelphia Eagles fans. Guarding the lane, Finn can't get the board. Ball will stay with the Detroit Pistons. Right to 10. Simple finish for him. The rate he's going, he might have a double-double, let alone the double rebounds. Tom on the right wing. Double teamed. Good find to Jacob. Floater. Right down the gullet. 47-20. Greek Freaks lead. 12:45 left in the second. 10 on Jason. 10. Oh, knocked out. A rough take there. 10 on 10, and Jason Wright will make sure that the man he knocked is okay. He'll shake it off and rub some dirt in it. Looks like that might actually be 2 shots coming up. Don't know if it's for a flagrant or what. And now they'll say it's an inbound pass, which should have been the case in the first place. Just looked confusing. 13, pops it. Rebounded by 3. Found out to 24. He lets it fly off back iron. Rebounded by 10. Down low. Heave up for glory. Rebounded by 13. He takes a try. Finn goes to ground. And the whistle comes to a close. So now we'll see a player at the free throw line, that being number 13. Jacob resides in the backcourt for the Greek Freaks. It's Declan, Tom, Finn, and Jason as we have 11:40 on the clock. Missed free throw there. Luke Foster in the game. Eric Matsumoto in the game. Save for Jacob Mitkoff. All the players you see in your maroon pennies are reserves. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun 11-15 as 13 sinks this second. They're up by 26. Why not? And more importantly, Pistons lost by 41 last week. Finn to Declan. Finn gets it back. Finn on 10. The 3. Right towards Declan again. Manicus Spinnick gets 3 and 4 in terms of his points. .24, the other side, short, back to 12. Guarded on the 5-5, Eric Matsumoto, and he airballs it. 3 trying to save it, and he'll keep it. Luke Foster was ready to see that one out, and 3 had other plans. 24, nifty pass to 10. A little no-looker, and a good floater, too. Biggest thing here is, do you keep the commands? Jacob rolling in the PG spot. Down the lane. He'll head to the line. 'Tis the season for the charity stripe tonight, am I right? First one by Jacob Mitkoff. Good. I gotta charge my mic. This mic, I've tried to turn this mic on for the entirety of this game. It's not gone. Second one down. (51-23). Score clock reads 12. See if the Greek Freaks B team can out-wrestle the Detroit Pistons. Luke Foster with the board. It was 47-21 when the changes were made. Jacob, step back three. Actually hit the rim. I was surprised. 12 takes his chance. 3 with the board, back to 10. 10. No good. Eric fighting for the rebound on 13. Jump ball. Greek Freaks. Eric Matsumoto, the San Jose man, 5 feet, 5.5 inches, 112 pounds. Showing off the muscle. I've seen this man in the gym. He grunts. He works for it. He puts the extra pounds on the machines. Showed it there, 10. Can't be caught ball watching. Jacob, downtown. Downed off. Essentially, if you will, if you're just tuning in, 8:05. I'm Hirson Hassan. First off, thanks for tuning in on this Tuesday night. Greek Freaks just 8 minutes away from punching their ticket back to the postseason for the first time in about a year. Second off, what you're seeing on the court right now is all reserves, and that's been the case since it was 47-21. Jacob Mitkoff, who got the rebound there, the only guy who started this game. Luke Foster out towards Declan Membrilla. Eric Matsumoto snakes around. He's stripped. He's looking for the foul. He is mad. Jack McCarthy back in the game for Declan Membrilla as Eric Matsumoto heads to the free throw line. Eric Matsumoto to the charity stripe. 0-3 in terms of three-point shooting. And now they're going to call it a 4 foul. You know the saying, how can you not be romantic about baseball? You know why you never hear that about basketball? Because of these refs. Get Eric Matsumoto to the line. .706. Play clock has been stopped. 13 is off to the bench. And Kine's off too. It is now what is a 5-on-4 on the court. Not entirely sure what happens. Nonetheless, Eric Matsumoto needs to get some points. He pops a 3. Finn can't get it. Just feed Eric at this point. He's got it back. He tries another 3. Almost Eric. .12 up court. I'm sorry my mic's not working. I've tried to get this son of a gun to work today. It has not. It's 3 again. Jack can't swipe from the back. 3 sends it down. Another canner from behind the arc. 6:30. Jack, 3. Short Eric. Can't grab the rebound. Pats it back though. Double teamed out. It's all about fun here at the SDFC for the next few minutes as 10 slips trying to get the ball. A 5-on-4. 13 has checked himself out. Kine, for the most part, has been out of this game since taking a knock with 4:51. 5-on-4. Eric uncontested. Oh! Almost. .24. Good snag by Abe. Well, you know who should get the ball here? Eric Matsumoto. He's got it. 3. Short. Luke. Turnaround. No good. Eric tries to bat. .12. Short. And 3. Double team heads to the line. 51-28 Greek Freaks lead. 5:13. In terms of this little experiment, it is 7-4 in favor of the Detroit Pistons. That is to say, a mostly reserve squad for the Greek Freaks. Jack McCarthy, Jack McCarthy and Abe Mogelson, the only starters in the game right now. Nonetheless, a commanding game as we see Tom Penn replace Abe and Declan Membrilla replace Luke. Board.
Tough look, Finn, tough look. .424. Stolen for a while by Declan. Enters the backcourt. Eric Matsumoto, whether he gets points or not, is going to have a field day off this game. Just logging stats for everybody on the court. 10 triple teamed. I mean, he's the only guy making a true difference right now. For the most part. Eric takes it up. No look towards Jack. Two-room, 1239 roommates connecting. Eric, three. Short. Finn lost it. Play for each other. Play for yourselves. That's the motto for the Greek Freaks. 12 off kilter. 10 gets the board over Eric. Eric stumbling for a while, lost his balance. And 10 lost possession. 3:30. And a timeout called by Andrew Durst and the Greek Freaks. A dream season continues for GF. 3:29 away from their second playoff berth. And now it's time for the reserves to show up. Up 51-29 with 3:29 left. We're in for an exciting and, more importantly, fun and memorable finish. Back here at the SDFC in downtown Phoenix, Greek Freaks up 51-29. It's Jack McCarthy, Tom Penn, Declan Membrilla, Finn Hogan, and Eric Matsumoto on the court. Tom dribbling around. He'll Euro step. No good. Jack with the rebound. Declan rolling around. Euro step. He got it! Sexy Dexy with number 5 and 6 on the day. He's double teamed. He's in trouble. Dribbles over towards 12. 24, way downtown. He got it. Apparently it's 56-29 as Jack will settle. Free chance, no good. Pushing P gets it down low. Out towards Eric. Corner, Eric. Just feed the beast at this point. .12, left wing. A high arcing shot three, gets it back towards his teammate. It's a nifty save. They've done quite well at that today. 10, air ball three, can't replicate it. It's back towards Finn. Finn towards Jack. Jack, open space, can't finish. On the floor, he's got to do push-ups after that. He's probably washing his hands more than Lady Macbeth after that missed shot. Less than 2 to go, 53-34. Back to Jack, bounced up. That's a 23-point lead. Garbage time ball here from the SDFC. 100 seconds left. 24. Just sinks it. Woo! That was smooth. The ball barely passed through the net. Now Luke Foster in the game. Jack McCarthy out. This team was around 9 to 10 players. They're trying to put all the reserves in. Declan Membrilla, Eric Matsumoto, Phineas Hogan, Luke Foster, Tom Penn. Tom being the only starter out there. So, proof to the pudding. Kind of. Well, for the most part, proof to the pudding. Jack, technically, or actually, I should say Jack was on the bench today. My bad. I know I said earlier in the game that he was playing. Luke 3. When are we going to see Eric Matsumoto and his little legs and his big heart? 12, cans it. 55 to 30, or pardon me, 55 to 40. Of course, that doesn't really tell the whole story. It's more 19 to 4 with bench players on the court. Tom slithers around, reverse. Working in the lab tonight. Late night work. Not sure if we'll be in the late night spot next week. 12 with another 3. It actually becomes a little bit challenging, weirdly enough. How about that? A behind the back by Luke. Luke again with a behind the back. He takes a 3. Can't get it. 12 again on Declan. 12 lets it fly. He can't replicate his previous makes. 3 will get the consolation too. 17 seconds left. Tom Penn holds. Well, the Greek Freaks needed something big after a winless season. 3 losses, all by single digits. Tom gives it off. Eric will just let it. He lets it fly. Can't get the buzzer beater. But they got what's most important, and that's a win. 2-0 on the season, and they're on to the playoffs for the second time in franchise history. Final score from the SDFC in downtown Phoenix. The Greek Freaks victorious 55-45 over the Detroit Pistons, who are eliminated. A grand showing by everyone wearing the maroon pennies today. Jacob Mitkoff leading the charge, Henry Smarto down low, Declan Membrilla putting in some baskets as well. Almost everybody shining on the court on this Tuesday night. The midweek follies continue next week, 7 days from now, where the Greek Freaks will play their final game of the regular season before challenging for the title in the playoffs. Once again, I'm Mihirson Hassan. Thanks for tuning in to the Sun Devil Fitness Complex on this Tuesday night. It's been a joy to call this team. It's been a joy to cover this team over the past few years, and especially tonight. Historic in all the right ways, and tonight was a gift unlike any other. So long, have a great night, stay safe, and as always, don't forget to stay freaky.